Monica, and I go to California Trail Junior High School. This last year, the Board of Education decided to make a big change. They're moving 6th grade to junior high and 9th grade to high school. So if you're like most people, you've probably heard something about it. But also if you're like most people, you still have some questions. So here's our chance to get them answered by the people responsible for making it work and by those who'd be affected.
Let's start with the obvious question. Why would we want to make this change? Everybody knows that the Olathe School District has won lots of awards, like the gold medal ranking from Expansion Management magazine. Our ACT and SAT scores are above state and national averages, and almost all of our schools achieve the standard of excellence in reading or math, or both. People say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So why would we want to make this big change?
I think it's important that this community understand that there are some significant benefits that are going to occur because of this change. It's necessary to provide our students with opportunities that are currently denied them both at 6th grade and 9th grade. Secondly, financially, this allows us to very effectively and efficiently use our resources to make sure that we are doing what's best for the responsibility to the taxpayer. And third, we have some significant challenges of space in our elementary schools. And this change will immediately provide flexibility at every single elementary school in the district. Those are some of the reasons why we need to consider this change.
Just how would this benefit 9th grade students? Let's visit our high schools to find out.
I am so excited for this opportunity for our 9th graders. This is really going to open the door into the area of electives particularly. I mean, kids are going to have access to art classes, access into our industrial tech classes, family and consumer science. International language. They're going to have options into other languages that they presently don't have in our junior highs. I'm really excited for our kids that are in the 21st century programs because right now we're really compacting a lot of information in 3 years.
Even though you teach 9th grade students and you tell them they're earning high school credit, they're not in high school till they're in high school, and that's when the reality will come and they'll do high school work. They cannot expect to be competitive in scholarships, in national merit, getting into the colleges that they want to until we're reaching the level where we can reach them in high school, where we're putting them in high school and they're actually having the opportunities in high school that will enrich them and enhance them and allow them to reach those goals.
It is the most common configuration across the United States. What we do know is that kids who come in from other districts do experience that awkward transition when they're accustomed to being in a 4-year high school and they're subjected to now looking back and going into a middle level experience. That poses some awkward transitions. And as for the kids that are currently here and in the system, they have acquaintances, they have connections with students who are in programs in surrounding districts, and they know what some of the inherent limitations are for being in a 3-year program rather than a 4-year program.
Okay, so I understand that just about every school district in Kansas and across our country has 9th through 12th grade high schools. But what about 6th graders? Aren't they a little too young to be in junior high?
Not at all. You know, the national trend across our country is to actually divide it up from K through 5, 6 through 8, and 9 through 12. Even our national teacher organizations that our teachers look to for information, such as the National Science Teachers Association and the National Teachers of Mathematics, all of those organizations divide their curriculum in that fashion. So the trend is more to go K through 5, 6 through 8, 9 through 12, opposed to the configuration that we currently have.
When I first learned about the Reconfiguration plan, I had a daughter in 7th grade and one in 5th grade. And my initial reaction was no thank you. I don't want my little girl when she goes to 6th grade being put in the junior high. Well, now it's a year or so later and they're in 6th and 8th grade, and I've been watching and paying attention, and based on my observation, I've changed my mind, because what I've seen is they make a huge developmental leap in the 6th grade. They're nothing like 5th graders. And in fact, they're closer developmentally to the 7th and 8th graders. So when I think about that and the fact that the 9th grade would be moved on to high school, that leaves a nice group that's similar to each other in junior high, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
What 6th graders are doing now is dramatically different than what some of our 5th graders and 4th graders are doing. Plus, we prepared them with all these skills for working in groups, for problem solving and critical thinking. They're very capable and able to handle additional academic challenges, those challenges that could be provided at, a middle school level.
It's going to be more of a middle school environment, not junior high, in that 6th, 7th, and 8th, we're making adjustments already on how we want our social events to look, our counseling services, any support that students that of early adolescence need. And so I think they're ready, and we'd be ready for them.
So even if everyone will be ready for the change, what benefits would 6th grade students gain from this?
My benefit that I see as a teacher is the academic benefit. We are opening so many doors for our students, along with offering our students who need extra support that support with individualized instruction and teachers who can focus more on the content of their subject rather than teaching 7 subjects all day long.
Not only would they have the advancements or the opportunities to advance in athletics, the sports, physically, but they'd also have all kinds of academic advances. They'd be open to the sciences. They'd have science labs. They'd be able to go in and do all kinds of things. Where here we're very limited, teaching out of boxes, because these kids are so smart. They really are, and I just really want the best for them.
Our middle level is a very exciting place for young adolescents. We have the music programs that are outstanding. Also, we have the international languages.
You know, many times our neighboring districts, some of those students are in 6th grade, have those opportunities, and so our kids are a little bit of a disadvantage because they don't.
For 6th graders that need more advancement, they have the opportunities to do that with the different classes and different courses. For 6th graders that need more support, there are those options available to them. There are leadership opportunities that they wouldn't get in the elementary school, and a chance for them socially and academically to spread a little bit more.
At Regency Place, we talk a lot about taking risks, taking action, and taking pride. I know that our 6th grade students are ready for that academic challenge and ready to apply themselves to be critical learners.
So far we've been focusing on academics and social adjustments. What about the effects on sports?
We're transporting 9th graders to the high school for practice, performance, in 16 different sports. Really, moving students to the high school, our 9th graders, will allow them the opportunity to perform and practice and compete at the highest level possible. Not only are we committed to that, we're committed to having freshman level athletics and activities at the high school. Then you add in the 6th and 7th graders. 6th graders will now be able to perform in track. 7th graders are expanded opportunities in volleyball, basketball, and football they haven't had before. There will be increased student participation opportunities district-wide.
One of the things our parents tried to teach us is to be careful with money. How much is this going to cost? This is a good question for our Board of Education president.
Well, the first thing that you need to understand is that we have facilities needs at the elementary school level for elementary classrooms, even if the 6-9 reconfiguration was not an issue. We have estimated that we have over 100 classroom space needs at the elementary level just to handle the growth that we have. The bond election that's going to be required is to pay for the capital costs of expanding our high schools. In order to move the 6th grader to the middle school level and the 9th grader to the high schools, we have to expand each of our 4 existing schools. And that's what the bond election is going to be about. We're also looking at the operating costs of keeping things the way they are, and you'll hear more information about how it will cost us more money if we left things the way they are versus changing to the reconfiguration, just in terms of operating costs and opportunity costs in operating the district in that structure.
So this will actually cost less than the way we're doing it now?
Currently we have 4 high schools, and we've got 9th grade being delivered at 8 different junior highs. So in essence, we have 12 different high schools delivering curriculum to the students of the Olathe School District.
Actually, it's basic economic theory of economies of scale. If we're able to provide high schoolers services in 4 locations versus 8, and the 6th grade students opportunities in 8 locations versus 32, we can save in excess of $1.2 million a year. In addition, we can avoid costs in bringing opportunities to 9th graders and 6th graders that already exist right down the street at the high schools and right down the street at the middle schools. If we were to try to duplicate those services where the students are currently, it would cost the district in excess of $2.2 million annually. That's a financial benefit to the district of $3.5 million.
Sounds like big savings, but what's the school district doing to help parents and students go through the transition?
junior highs have invited the 6th grade in for some special activities. Many of our students and parents have been filling out surveys or participating in focus groups to share with us what their worries are about transitions and what some of their questions are, so that we can make sure that our programs are designed around those questions. Elementary schools have brought lockers into their 6th grade so students can practice those lockers. And one exciting program has been all 4 of our high schools have instituted a mentoring program so that they can welcome and ease the transition for our students who are joining them at the high school level.
The Board of Education certainly recognizes that change is difficult, but each member of the Board of Education has had or currently has children in the Olathe School District. We have all experienced the transition from different levels, elementary to junior high, junior to senior high. We understand the anxiety that students and parents feel about moving to a new building, moving to a bigger building, having multiple teachers rather than a single teacher. And I would say to those parents that as a district, we understand those anxieties. This transition from different levels of school is a part of the change that we experience in our lifetime, and it prepares us for making future changes in our life.
So that's it. Hopefully everything you wanted to know about moving up to 6th and 9th grades. But if you have any questions, go online to the district website or call the communications department. Oh, I gotta go. It's almost time for lunch. Bye.